Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to do a get ready with me. You guys have been asking me for makeup tutorials, so I'm doing that. And the vlogs are coming soon. I had to wait for my SD card. Now, instead of just sitting here watching me do my makeup, I'm going to let you guys know, I'm going to give you guys a story time on how my therapist dumped me. I didn't even know that was possible, but yeah, so we're gonna get into that. So let's go ahead and do our makeup. So all my life, not all my life, but all my adulthood, I always heard about mental health, how important mental health is, and basically just why mental health is so important. I'm somebody who, I guess, I don't know, I didn't understand the meaning behind mental health and stuff like that. And after learning really what mental health was, I realized that I've been struggling with mental health my whole entire life. Basically last year, ooh, this looks too dark, but we're gonna figure it out. Ooh, child. When 2022 started, I decided, okay, cool, because I was recommended therapy. When I tell people what I go through and stuff like that, they always be like, girl, you need therapy, because you've been through a lot. And I didn't realize I went through a lot until I started talking about the things that I went through. So anyway, so I'm now like, okay, cool. Like, one of my friends, he was very adamant on like getting me, you know, to get a therapist, because I'm the type of person, like, if I don't see the big deal in something, I'll say that. I'll probably say I'm gonna do it, but I'm not, or whatever. And so this person was always following up with me, like, okay, therapy. Make sure you find a therapist. So I was like, you know what? It doesn't hurt to just get a therapist to see, you know, what I can work on, what he sees about me. You know, like, I'm not perfect, so, and I know that everybody has trauma, so if he can kind of like tell me about my trauma and stuff like that, I think that'd be cool. So I was like, okay, let me just go ahead and do therapy or whatever, like, just try it out. This is a friend that I had for many years. Like, we were born in the same church or whatever. Yeah, so he was like, oh, I have this thing with BetterHelp. If you use my code or something like that, you can get some money off. You know, just try it out, see if you like it, blah, blah, blah. I was like, okay, cool. So I signed up for BetterHelp, and y'all, first of all, 0 out of 10 would never recommend BetterHelp. I've seen so many bad reviews on BetterHelp that, like, I just would recommend getting a private therapist. That's just my personal opinion. But what do I know? I only had one therapist or whatever, so I'm not versed in that world. So I now, you know, do the questionnaire. They matched me the same day. Then I had my first session. Everything was cool, you know, introduce yourself, you know, like, you know, what's the purpose of therapy, how he likes to work when it comes to therapy, his role that he likes to do, what he doesn't like to do, and things like that. And so my first session was cool. Basically, it's like the basics. We didn't really talk about anything. We were just getting to know each other just a little bit. And then the second session came around. The second session was basically like the first session. What did we talk about? We didn't talk about nothing that I went to therapy for. He was just asking me questions and I would answer it or whatever. So I didn't talk about my childhood. I didn't really talk about anything. It was a very general like basically question and answer. Okay, so my mailbox from my house is, you know, you have to walk a little ways. And like, I don't have a mailbox in front of my house. It's like in a community section. So it's everybody's mailbox in one section of the neighborhood together. So I don't be wanting to walk all the way over there because I don't like going outside. I'm really introverted, which is something that I'm even trying to get out of or whatever. But yeah, so I told him that I didn't really like walking to the mailbox. Like, that's how introverted I am. I don't go to the mall. I don't go to, you know, places where a lot of people are going to be, because I just don't, I don't know. I get anxiety and things like that. And he asked me, was I a certain word? I really forgot what the word was. And when I looked it up, because he told me to look it up and then next session we'll talk about it, I realized that I did have that. Let me see if I can find what it was. Because I literally just sat up there and went, like, paused the video and went to go look for like 10 minutes. But I did get a list of the questions that he was asking me, that when I said we never went into, you know, he was just asking me Who am I in God's eye? Create a list of people I like, love. How much do I love my daughter? Create a list of small things I can do for myself and stuff like that. And so he would give me questions and homework like that. That was like for 3 sessions. And then I'm like, yo, I'm paying about, I think $100 a session. And we haven't even started talking about why I even, you know, need therapy. Like, what's my issue? I was saying it to myself. I was like, if we don't start talking about, you know, the things that we need to talk about, I'm just gonna ask for a new therapist, because I can't be like paying for something that's not even like helping me. Also, I'm just doing chill makeup. I don't think I'm really gonna do anything that crazy, because I am making, this is just making like in-house content. I'm not going out anywhere for real. When I'm going to like big fashion content and stuff like that, I'll make sure I'll record. But this is kind of like my chill makeup. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say no makeup, but just chill makeup. So I'm now having my 4th session, and I don't know if I like kind of like forced him to talk about what I came to therapy about, because I'm somebody who can really ramble. You can ask me a question and I'll answer it, and then I'll start talking about everything else. I don't know if I just came into like extreme for him. I don't know. I've never had therapy. This is my first bout with therapy. I think he would ask me questions, and I would kind of like, oh, do you think that is this person's fault for how you feel about this? Or do you think that you could have handled it a different way? And I would answer him honestly, like, no, I don't think I could have did it a different way. Stuff like that. I feel like you're supposed to show me why I should have handled it a different way. I don't know. Or get more of the story to see why I responded that way. I don't know. But I just felt like he wasn't doing what I thought therapists are supposed to be doing. Like the therapist that I see on TV, that's what I thought that he was going to be doing. And so he wasn't really relating to me in that aspect. Like he was just listening without saying anything. And so at the end of the session, he, in so little words, like he didn't directly just say it bluntly. He was basically like, I don't think I'm qualified to handle your type of issues, or something like that, like something to that capacity. So he don't think he was qualified to handle the type of therapy I needed, and that I should go to somebody that will be a better fit. But he doesn't think that he is a fit for me. When I tell you guys I was shocked and flabbergasted, believe me, I was, because I was like, wait, I just paid all this money to get to this point just for him to say, I need to find somebody else to do it, basically. And I would say that the time that he kind of like dumped me was like the lowest time in my life, like lowest. And actually I lied. I said in the beginning it was in 2022. It actually was like the tail end of 2021. Then at first I wasn't really sure what he was saying, because like I said, he didn't say it directly. He was saying it in like these big words. So I wasn't understanding if that was, like I thought that that's what he was saying, but I wasn't sure. And I'm not the type of person to assume. But I think he had wrote me something after that, was like, oh, I wish you best on your journey finding a new therapist. And I was like, okay, yeah, so what I thought was correct. He did just tell me that he just doesn't want to be my therapist. And you know what I did? I asked BetterHelp for all my money for all 4 sessions. I sure did. They wanted to find me another therapist, but I was like, no, I'm kind of good. Like this honestly scarred me. Since then, I have not been in therapy. I've heard plenty of times about, people dumping their therapist, but I've never heard of a therapist dumping their client. And I'm just like, dang, like I must got a lot of issues or something for a therapist to say that he didn't want to be my therapist anymore. So I didn't know there were different levels of therapy, and not different levels, but different types of therapy. So when I told my friend, was talking to my friend about, basically what happened or whatever. First of all, she said that's crazy. Second of all, she told me that I might need another form of therapy, like a more, I don't know. She's in EDMR therapy. And she was just like, you might need something more serious than what BetterHelp can do. And I know that when I looked up EDMR, I was like, maybe I might need something like strong like that, because I have a lot of like things that I went through that I didn't know were crazy, and I didn't know that weren't normal until I stepped out into the real world. And really not until 2021, like the ending of 2021, would I found out that like a lot of the things that I go through, they're not normal. So I see so much now why mental health is so important. And so that's why I've been on this journey for the last year to like change up things in my life that makes me feel down. Nobody, for me, you know, personally, I don't want to feel depressed every day of my life. I don't want to feel down every day of my life. Joy is what I strive for. Peace is what I strive for. And when I say joy and peace, I don't mean in the form of like material things. It's like inner joy and inner peace. Right now, I'm in the process of just figuring it out myself. It's just been a lot of praying, a lot of preaching. That is what I've been doing now until I figure out what I want to do in terms of therapy. I think today I'm going to do no lashes. So if I do no lashes, that means I have to put on more mascara. This is the final look, but also let me know you guys' therapy stories and how therapy has helped you also. So I just went ahead and, you know, from the middle part, I just went ahead and put it to one side because I've been wearing the middle part a lot lately, and I'm like, okay, I'm kind of tired of the middle part. I want to do something different. Yeah, like I would love to know you guys' experience with therapy. I know for sure all of our experiences are different. See you guys in my next video. Bye.